actually how I started off my career journey was I did my sister's CV, LinkedIn profile, cover letter, because I felt where she was working, she was being underutilized and underpaid. I was doing it because I knew about the capabilities of my sister, and I knew that she could get a better paying job. So we did the CV, we did the LinkedIn profile, and she ended up getting a job where she was earning like 6 times what she was earning previously. So it just started with one person, and then 2 people, and then 3 people, and then it became this a big thing. So Joan Thuo is a career coach. So I'm a career coach by profession. I work closely with individuals and groups of people, and I help them to increase the chances that they land jobs. This is work that I really love and I'm passionate about. I'm also a mom of three boys, 3 terrorists. What else? Yeah, basically that's Joanne.
So what motivates you to help others achieve their career goals?
So actually how I started off my career journey was I did my sister's CV, LinkedIn profile, cover letter, because I felt where she was working, she was being underutilized and underpaid. And when I was doing it because I knew about the capabilities of my sister, and I knew that she could get a better job, a better paying job. So when I was doing it, I was just doing it because she's my sister. So we did the CV, we did the LinkedIn profile, and she ended up getting a job where she was earning like 6 times what she was earning previously. And then, she got so happy. She told everyone and their grandmother that, hey, my sister can do your CV and she can do your LinkedIn profile. So it just started with one person, and then 2 people, and then 3 people, and then it became this a big thing. But what I can say is, so what the motivation there is working with people who struggle with imposter syndrome, or working with people who are not aware of their abilities, their capabilities. Many people who struggle with imposter syndrome are usually underpaid, and it's actually the higher achievers who struggle with the imposter syndrome. So working with people who are being underpaid, are people who are not aware of their value and their worth, and helping them to get better jobs that pay them very well.
Okay. So what are some of the mistakes or challenges you faced throughout your career?
What are some of the challenges that I personally? So I'm a business owner, and I think with that comes many. With that comes many. What is happening to my English today? What?
You want water?
Hey. I'm a business owner, and it comes with many challenges. I think having and running a business, running a successful business in Kenya, we all of us, we need to be put somewhere in a room, each person up to 1 million shillings, because it's hard. It's shambalamawe. So you need to be, I think for you to successfully run a business in Kenya, you need to be very versatile. You need to have thick skin. Every day something changes, and so you need to be someone who is easily adaptable. When you're having, when you know that there are people who at the end of the month, they are looking at you, forget even the boys, there are people who look at you at the end of the month waiting for a salary. So I mean, like, that just ensures that you're constantly thinking of ways of being better. So I think for me, the like, one of the challenges is just being constantly on the go, and you know, like, you have to be very creative, you have to be innovative, you have to be adaptable, you have to be very versatile, and it can be very strenuous, especially if you're doing that and also a family person. So striking that balance between putting food on the table and being a businesswoman, I think for me that is I would say that is my biggest challenge, because at the end of the day, like in this season, my kids are very small and I want to be present for them. And then I have this business that I'm running. So I think I would say striking that balance would be the biggest challenge.
Okay, so how did you overcome some of the challenges?
Prayer and fasting. Hey, is there any other way, really? Let me see. So I'm actually serious. It's not a joke. It's prayer and fasting, one of them. Actually, the first one. When you're running a business, you'll find yourself talking to God. When someone sees an entrepreneur just talking to themselves, they're having a business meeting with God. And then having capable people in your team. So I want to believe that I've hired leaders. I love to hire people who are better than me, and so, you know, when you've hired people, when you have people in your team who are capable, that really takes away a lot of stress, because then you trust that they have things handled, and I don't have to micromanage. Actually, I would say one of the things that has helped me overcome is having a very capable team.
Right. So what would you tell a young person who's finding their way into a career?
Wow. What would I tell a young person? I would tell a young person that I think the world is changing. The world is changing rapidly. I would tell them, number one, you need to find the fire in your belly. You need to find, you need to do a self-assessment to see what are your strengths, what are your skills, what is the one thing that you can do better than anyone else with the least amount of effort? What is your passion? Like, what work brings you joy? And you can be paid doing that kind of work. What normally happens is many people reach out to me on inbox and ask me, Joan, which is the most marketable course? And that is the wrong question to ask. It's not about what is the most marketable course, because what is marketable today is not going to be marketable 5 years from now. But if you're able to find that thing, the fire in your belly, because that fire in your belly, that is what God put something inside of you, and until you find it, then you'll just be moving from one career to the other. So that self-assessment is very important, so that then you can be clear about the direction in which you want to steer your career. But before you get clear, you need to do a self-assessment to see, what am I carrying? Consider yourself like you're a shop. What's in your shop? What skills, what talents, what abilities do you have? And some are innate, some you didn't get it from doing a degree, you have them inside of you. So do that self-assessment and then get clear and say, this is where I want to, this is the direction I want to steer my career. Many young people are not clear. So today you're going to be pulled here, tomorrow you're going to be pulled there, tomorrow you're going to hear money is in writing. You go there, then after 2 years, maybe it's not writing, it's something else. So you need to be very clear. You need to seek clarity. You need now, after getting clear, then you need to get qualified for that direction. In the direction that you want to steer your career, what are some of the qualifications that you need? And then the last thing that you need to do is you need to get connected. Are there people in your circle that can help you as far as your career is concerned? Is there someone who can mention your name in a room full of opportunities?
Now that you're a businesswoman and you also have kids, how are you able to strike that balance, family and business?
Sio ndio nilisema ndio kizungu mkuti. Hey. You if you hear me speaking in tongues, just know things are thick. It's hard. Actually, when I hear, I don't know if there's anyone who has found that balance. And if you know someone who has, please let me know. I know there's this lady I really love, Siba Motangana from South Africa. She's a chef, a world-class chef, and I love how she does it. It's very difficult. It's very difficult because, especially if you have young kids, they need you to be there as a mother. They're nurturing, they're reading bedtime stories and tucking them in and being with them, like you're present 100%. They need it. It's not something that you can delegate. There's certain things that you can delegate, but that the nurturing and being a mother, that one you cannot delegate. And like these kids, we love them, but they are terrorists also. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I honestly think, except with the help of the Holy Spirit, I don't know how people do this thing, because it's difficult. So for me, I would say there are those things that are non-negotiables. There are those things that I cannot delegate. So I prioritize the non-negotiables. Like spending time with the kids, like that's a non-negotiable. I will leave a meeting if my kid I'm needed in school or my child is sick. We're not discussing. There are certain things in the business that are important. So I write down, I know the things that are non-negotiables, and then the rest we can play around with. Because for me, I don't want my kids to grow up and then I'm like, oh my goodness, I missed this and I missed that. And you see, for you not to miss like the major milestone in your kid's life, you need to be there for like many hours. So I would say prioritizing what is important.
Okay, so finally, what should people expect from you when you come for the research conference?
Way, finally, the last question. Drum roll. Woo! So we're going to be talking about career versus hustle. You know me, I'm both. I'm a hustler. Hey, I've hustled this Nairobi. Usinone hivi uone kama mimi ni msoft, my friend. I have hustled. So we're going to be talking about career versus hustle. And I love this topic because I'm a very big believer that people need to find work that is in line with their strengths, their skills, and their passions. And most of the time, that is what is going to give you a good hustle that can feed your family. Because I know we're not trying to hustle in this Nairobi just to be rained on kwa bus stop. Ukienda job, unafika job, uko umesweat, mtu amekumwagia maji. Like you want to be comfortable. Knowing that am I someone who is going to thrive in like the corporate world, or am I somebody who probably needs to start a business? And what does that look like? What does that, what would take for me to start a thriving, successful business? Because truth of the matter is, the reason why some of us have stagnated in our careers is because we are probably supposed to be running businesses. There are people who are running businesses, but each and every business that you start, it may fail. Sometimes, yes, you fail many times and then you get to the right hustle, but then maybe you're just supposed to be in like the corporate world and not, out here hustling. So knowing where are you supposed to be in corporate? Are you supposed to be on this other side? So I'm really looking forward to be, to shed some light, to speak about this topic. And yes, please come anticipating, come energized. We are going to have a very interactive session. Hata sijawaambia kwa heri. These guys want me to tell you guys bye. So guys, on the 19th of October, between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m, tunapatana pale Life Church Limuru for the Surge Conference. I hope to see you there. Please carry your sweater. Nasikia kuna baridi.